About set, and today's starter, Ryan Gusto. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
The other way. Over to first. One out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And Singy, you have to think this lefty-heavy lineup is ready to eat in this one with a righty on the hill.
Eat it is, Boog. So many lefties just feel more confident with a righty pitching, giving them that little edge. Doesn't always play out that way in the box score, though, so we'll see what happens in this game.
1 out, bases empty. And there's a foul ball. That one ripped. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger. Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location. Yandy Diaz now. Man at second. The changeup missing. And now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike.
Okay.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
First and second, 1 out. And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 3-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. The pitch. And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting 6th, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of the StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour. StatCast absolutely lives for these moments. You know, it's so cool to get that.
Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And stepping in for the Rays, Cameron Meisner.
Well,
lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. 3-run bomb for Tampa Bay. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Houston and towing the slab, Shane Baz.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
So coming into the game now on defense, Taylor Walls. He's in at shortstop. Bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena.
So now 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball. Full count.
And that one is lifted in the air. Meisner sizes this one up. And there's one down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Fastball is outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That to right, low, ranging after it. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Ground ball left side. Throws across the diamond, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing there for Houston. They trail in this one 3-0. Top of the second. Now up for Tampa Bay.
Leading
Taylor
off for Tampa Bay,
Walls.
shortstop, Taylor Walls.
Cut on and missed. Good change up right there. And the count 1-2. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan King, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Ford also throwing. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. DeZenzo makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting ninth, catcher, Matt Theis.
Matt Theis comes up to hit here. And he grounds one back up the middle into the outfield. Base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Ryan Gusto is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
And
the
Framber
Astros.
Valdez into the game.
Number 59.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. On the ground to third, and a foul ball. Double play ball to second. There's one. Over to first, safe.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And now it's Brandon Lau. There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. Just off the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. The Rays strand just the one, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Victor Caratini.
Caratini.
Hit in the air out to center field. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, center fielder, Jake
And now
Myers.
here's a speed threat, outfielder Jake Myers. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
Yep.
You make a note of those guys because it's just
1 ball,
different.
2
It's
strikes.
like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed. Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
And there's a ball. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches
Batting sixth,
to even
right
that count
fielder,
up at 2
number
balls and 2
11.
strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now a chance for Cam Smith.
Full count.
And this is inside. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2 out, space is empty. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Next offering misses down and away. Zach
3-1.
DeZenzo up next for the Astros. And a foul ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
That one out to right. And that is that. One left for Houston. They trail it here 3-0.
Now pitching.
We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound. Caleb Ford.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yandy Diaz digs in now.
Yandy Diaz.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field, Smith. And there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. His splits between April and May there. And it is 2-1.
2-1.
And that one is in for a strike. Pena. To first, out number 3. Rays held in check here, but they lead at 3-0. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for the Astros, Zach DeZenzo. The 1-1 just missed. Fouls one off. 2-2. And that skips in the dirt.
Full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Up the middle, Walls. The flip to second, to first, double play. Nicely done.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You gotta love that glove toss, Boog. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you gotta remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
And now it's gonna be Jeremy Pena. Two down, nobody on. And downstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first
Now
base is going to
batting.
have a very aggressive
First
secondary
baseman.
lead. So a
He's
ball down the line or into the gap
Braden.
will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to steal
1-2.
second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That's a ball.
Outside low. The count now 2-2.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Got him looking. Third out, and that ends the frame. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 3 innings complete. Rays 3, and the Astros nothing.
Now pitching. for
Welcome
the
back, and now on the
Astros.
mound to start the 4th, Brian
Number
King.
74.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And now
Leading
number
off for Tampa
14.
Bay, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
2-2.
Not close with that one, and the count's even at 2. And a swing and a miss, and that's the first out.
Now batting, center fielder.
And now the
Cameron
center
Meisner.
fielder, Cameron Meisner. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's
2-2.
downstairs and outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a
Full
curve
count.
misses outside. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And it gets by him. And that extends the inning.
Now
Well, all you
batting,
can say is he
catcher,
just whiffed
Matt
on that ground
Price.
ball and probably took his eye off it a little early, looking to pick up his throwing target. But that's not something you'll see professional infielders do too often.
2 outs, runner at first. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Matt Theis. Step off throw to first.
He's in there, he's
and
safe.
he's back in on a dive. Walls, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And he makes the catch. And that is that. One left for Tampa, but they lead it 3-0. Ready to go, bottom four. And the batter now, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Sliced hard but foul.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
No.
Just missed. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Caratini.
Vic Caratini at the plate.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
On the ground, right side. Loud. Whips it to first. Out. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
That's a huge defensive play in the
Now
late
batting,
stages of the
center
game.
fielder,
It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Two outs.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike
2
two.
balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in to end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We're headed to the 5th. Rays 3 and the Astros nothing.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back,
the
and there's a new
Astros.
arm on the mound to start the 5th.
Number
Bennett
62.
Sousa.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score
Leading off
right
for
where it
Tampa Bay,
is.
Right fielder.
And now the
Josh
right fielder,
Lowe.
Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Lau at the plate.
Brandon Lau.
One down, base is empty. That one's in there. It's 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
No, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning,
Got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
2-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Line drive. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here at Dyken Park. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith.
Fielder, number 11.
The 1-1.
Hee-haw!
That's down and in. Chopped out in front of the plate. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And that is cut on and missed. 1-2.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Next pitch is outside. And a breaking ball misses outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. The Astros hitless so far in the game. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So digging in, Zach DeZenzo. That's outside. And a count 2-1. They're down to their final strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
The Astros down to their final strike. Two outs. And that'll do it.
Well, we saw a lot of good pitching and defense in this ball game, and when you have a low-scoring game, it's imperative that the players stay on their toes, ready to make plays behind their pitcher, and they did exactly that. It's an excellent win. Everyone goes in the clubhouse feeling really good about themselves.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.